everyone. Hi, welcome everyone. Hi, beautiful souls. How are you guys doing? In the comments, let me know where you're joining from and how is your day so far? Anyone feeling Monday blues? Hi, Selvina from London. Good evening. Hi, Christian from Holland. Lovely. How is your day so far? Let me know what are the 3 things that you're grateful for so far, either today, since the morning for you. Hey Lena, Hariom. Good to see you. Hi Lariana from Costa Rica. Lovely. Anyone new to this topic or new to my live? Hi Martina from Italy, you're new. Hey Monica, good morning. Good to see you. Hi Destiny. Hello Vida. 1333, I love that. Good morning. It's cloudy, windy, Seattle here. I love how we make friends over Insighttimer, isn't it? Having the same interest and learning and growing, making us soul connections. So today's topic is raising your vibrations toolkits. So I'm going to share some of the things that will help us to shift our energies, especially coming into the winter months here. We do feel a bit winter blues, Monday blues, and also low in energy. It's just that you don't want to feel motivated or get out of the bed. So some of these tools might help us to shift that. And sometimes it's okay not to do any work and relax as well. I'm all for that. Cloudy and rainy, sunny and beautiful here in Austin, Texas, planting some herbs in my new raised. Awesome! That's great to have your own herbs, especially even for the smudging. I say, like sage, we can grow so easily, or thyme, or rosemary, or lavender, and we can use them for smudging, not only for cooking but also for smudging, so which is great. All right. For those who are new to me, welcome everyone. My name is Srimanju. I'm here in Seattle. I'm an author of Connect Your Inner Guide book and Akashic Records teacher, Reiki master healer, and do practice with angel healings and art healing as well. So today I'm going to present you with the topic raising your energies, shifting the vibrations, how we are. So welcome everyone. Planting rosemary and lavender, lovely. Hey Starseeker, good to see you after such a long time. Great. So let me know. This one I know is I'm sharing some of the tools from my experiences that I have built up over the years that has helped me. But if you relate and you have worked on some of the things that you are seeing a benefit out of it to shift your vibrations, please do share that in the comment field. It's great to learn from each other and take what's resonating with us. So here we go. And if you don't resonate with something, park it aside. Like, you can always come back to it, saying, hey, I'll try later on, but it's too much. And sometimes, doing these works, I do feel from time to time we need to take a break of doing nothing at all. So that itself is like detoxing, going off from the gadgets, going off from all that spiritual tagline that we do put on, saying, hey, we need to do meditation for sure. Like, if you don't feel it in your heart, don't do that. It's more overwhelming, and definitely we are going at a pace, faster pace this year. We don't need to put on more burden as well. And doing something simple that brings a joy is the technique to shift our energies. That's the most important thing. And especially in the winter months here in Seattle or living in Ireland, what I noticed is one of the basic ways of shifting the energy within ourselves, like, when we feel stuck, stagnant, demotivated, don't want to do anything, like, just sit idle. I have found the Palo Santo stick. Smudging with a Palo Santo or a sage is quite energizing. I love the Palo Santo more than the sage. And what you can do is you can gently smudge on and go over your auric field from head to bottom and around. Maybe once in the morning, once in the evening, you'll feel immediately the shift of the energies. And now I do this not only for myself, but also for my family members, because just like yawning is contagious, when someone is not feeling motivated or low in vibes, it's contagious. It spreads around as well. Have you ever noticed that? Like, you might be so full of energy and someone in your home or your family member is not at all, and you feel, oh, this is an extra effort, right? So it's great to do this technique for everyone as well, or pretend you're doing for the house and just go around. But watch out, like if you have young children or who have asthma, or the animals as well, the cats or dogs, if they're okay with that. But number one, this is quite easy. And always remember, like, when we are working with the energy can be shifted and moved. We don't need to be feeling stuck, stagnant for a long time. It can be moved, and that's one of the basic things that we always need to remember. And one moment of feeling low doesn't define the whole day or the whole week or the whole of our month as well. And that's again other thing that we need to be remembering about. Yeah, do you agree? Sometimes it's just like for a couple of hours you'll feel low, you rest it or have a nap if you feel. And even if it doesn't mean that you need to be a napping person in the afternoon, but if you have a quick short nap, you'll feel energized, and that's okay. Not to feel guilty. I know some of the moms who pick the children up, they do have a quick nap in the car waiting for the children, and that itself, like 5 to 10 minutes, is good enough. It recharges you, hold the system as well, which is amazing, and then you're more productive as well. I don't nap in the car, but I do tapping or self healing, either by Reiki or doing breathing exercises, or just gently going by the tapping. Tapping again helps me to shift the energy quite quickly. So do try tapping on, like, have you guys heard about tapping, emotional freedom technique? I know there are beautiful Insighttimer teachers over here who do the tapping, and you can go along and do, or watch on YouTube or any other platforms, and it just shifts the energies. And breathing again, you can do by the conscious breathing, is what I say, is by knowing where your breath is going into your body, feeling it, stopping, anchoring yourself, feeling grounded, and breathe out. All that takes is literally a minute or so, in less than that even, to feel energized. That's the most important thing. Yeah, take a deep breath into your belly, hold, and breathe out. And if you want to do more of it, I would even recommend to close your mouth and do by the nostrils, breathing in. And some people do say about like closing one nostril, breathing, and the other one alternate nostril breathing as well. But I just try to do very simple, not complicate ourselves, just by breathing into your belly, hold and breathe out. Yeah, tapping is so awesome and easy. There is no rules, no protocols. I know there is a set of positions that you need to be aware of, but once you're aware of, you can just go by doing or stick to one of the favorite position of the tapping points and just continue doing it. And the words will flow in if you're very intuitive, or the script that you can listen to someone else guiding you through. Yeah, and that itself is so easy and shifts the energies. And now let me know how many of you feel actually low in energy or lethargic or tired quite often. Yes, almost every morning. One of the things that I have noticed is we are feeling becoming more sensitive, picking up energies from everyone as well, and these energies are making us lethargic, tired, muscle cramps, and feeling kind of yucky feel as well. Yes, because of anxiety again, like these are the things that we are carrying from everyone else as well, and not only ours, so it's impacting us. We are becoming super sensitive, and this is where we are, need to acknowledge that we are light workers, empaths, sensitive beings. First thing first, it's not about a tagline, but also understanding sometimes there is nothing wrong with us. It's just that the way that we have been seeing the world is different. um like watching a TV, a movie, people do cry, some people don't cry. Doesn't mean the people who cry is wrong. It's just that sensitive to the emotions there that are displayed on the movie, you are picking up on that. And the same with someone else telling you a story, or you using the gadgets, this is impacting us. Definitely the gadgets do impact me very much. I know majority of 99.9% of humans are being affected by it, like staring at the laptop or the phones, like late into the midnights. And of course when we wake up in the morning, it's still tired because you're still processing. On evenings that I watch a movie that is not great, like that is unsettled one, I know I don't sleep well the night, so I'm trying to avoid that consciously now, trying to pick up pattern. So try to switch off or use the blue rays glasses, blocking the lights off as well. The strong lights and dimming lights is good. Or unwind yourself by doing some breathing or self healing or even journaling, anything. At least 30 minutes before you say like, hey, you're going to sleep at 11, 10:30 is your switch off time with any gadgets, and 30 minutes just by yourself thinking about what are you grateful for, what are your intentions, or like how is my body feeling, having that chat with yourself. And by doing that, you are gently calming yourself and relaxing and sleeping well. Maybe a drop or two of lavender oil will help us to relax as well. First in the morning, like I was like very much a person who doesn't like to get up in the morning with an alarm, and my normal time would be 7 if I want to wake up. But with the kids I need to get up at 5:30, and that is not me at all back then. And what I used to do is snooze, 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 and just delay the process of it. And that used to be even more tiring because you are not waking up fresh. And then I got into the habit of checking my phone once I woke up and not being connected to myself. And then I saw the trend of damaging myself the morning, because there could be an email that was triggering up from the workplace, like, or some message would be triggering up something, and that would be carrying. And then I realized, like, no, this is not working out for me. And so now, like, the snooze comes in still. I wake up, but not out of the bed. I do the relaxing breaths again once I'm waking up and think about a couple of things positively, like, today is going to be a great day. And even before I take the curtains out and see what the weather is going to be outside, because I'm preparing myself, no matter what the weather is, I'm going to be in tune with it. So saying that affirmations 1 or 2 times to yourself and doing the breaths, and sometimes do the Reiki healing as well on myself for just a couple of minutes, 2-3 minutes. That's it itself is good. And thinking about 3 grateful things that I have so far in the night, like, if I remember a dream, or having a cozy bed, feeling the warmth, and looking forward to hug the children. So something simple, and setting your intentions for your day. And when you wake out of the bed, put your feet on the ground, either carpet, wooden floor, it doesn't really matter. Feel the earth beneath. And that itself gives you a spark of fresh energies. And with that fresh energies, you are going to be recharged. Trust and do this. Anyone doing that? If you haven't tried this, please do try and let me know. It's so good. Like, it's so simple. I know there are a couple of set of things that I said, like grounding, breathing, Reiki, feet on the ground, like, but affirmations. But all this comes in with a gentle practice to yourself, rather, oh, did I forget anything? Whatever comes to your mind, remember and do it. I know some people do recommend, hey, journaling first thing when you wake up. No, it doesn't work for me. Meditation doesn't work for me, because I need to be waking up and doing in 10 minutes of snooze this, and then attending my children and getting them ready to the school and everything. So there is a format that I have built in, and I love to engage these little things around it. Yeah. And that's easier for me to do it rather than checking my time. Oh, am I late? Am I late? That doesn't work. But if someone is, maybe when the kids are in college, when they are away from the home, I don't know, it might work for me then. But right now it doesn't. Yeah. But whatever your schedules are, whatever your times are, even if you're working night shifts, see around like how we can fix it into the other side routines. Yeah. Recovering from a verbal aggression yesterday, what do you recommend for not engaging with offensive persons? Also think about, that's a good question, Elena. Think about like where this is coming from. Is it a trigger for us, mirror reflection work, or are we ready to release something here? And offensive persons do come into our life to trigger us and know or show us our strengths of it. Sometimes I do call in, of course, as you know, I work with angels. I do call in Archangel Michael to clear that heavy toxic energies. When you are in a verbal conversation that is not comfortable, you can feel that panic, anxiety, and heavy emotion around us, isn't it? I ask Archangel Michael to clear those negative chords off our realms, and then breathe in, and Archangel Samuel to shower in love vibes, self-love, love for ourselves, taking care of ourselves. And that way you're just bringing back your energies to yourself, like a part of your soul has been with the person in that aggressive conversations or a discomforting kind of an environment, and now you're asking angels to bring it back. Or you can, if anyone is not into angels, you can still do this by visualizing your energies are back to yourself. Like, think about like all around you. I do this like a spikes, and these spikes are trimmed and they are back to you. So you feel good inside out. And only when we can disconnect from the negative parts of it, we can even clearly think what we want to react, what we want to do, and what is a good thing we are going to be taking action on. It gets much easier. And placing the hand on your heart and taking a deep breath and sighing out. Have you ever done dragon's breath? Dragon's breath is great to release that kind of a discomfort of an energies. Taking a deep breath and to blow out all that fire energy, discomfort energy that's been built up over you, and then you'll feel fresh. Try that. How is everyone feeling? I'm just going to have some sip of tea. have is more. And I noticed that when we actually give time for self inquiry, what is the situation teaching us? What is that I need to learn here? It does teach us a lot of things about ourselves as well. Like, where is this origin? Why was I even um, being triggered to? And that way you are just gently back to yourself. Gina, is dragon's breath like lion breath in yoga? I actually don't recollect lion breath in yoga with my teachers, Gina. Dragon's breath is like, think about in those cartoons where you see the fire blowing out. That is how we do it. Yeah, it's one of the like inner child kind of connection that we have with our body to blow it out. I need to check what lion breath is. I don't definitely recollect. It's dragon's breath is coming from your belly and out through your mouth, and imagining like a fire or harsh energies and blow out. Yeah, anything that's inside discomfort. And some of you have noticed the mornings are your hard points, or the areas where you need some shift or guidance, and that is where you can practice these techniques and see how you feel about it. And sometimes it's about like at the evening you might be feeling tired, lethargic, low in vibe. Again, like we can do these rituals. But if you have been feeling, say for example, we have been in a toxic relationship or in a toxic environment, either in the home or in our workplaces, we have been building this up. So it does need a little more practice to see any positive outcome or immediate effects as well. Sometimes doing that conscious breathing, immediately you can see it. Sometimes it might be a week before you notice any shift or a change as well. So be very patient with yourself, and remember, self-care is the way to connect to yourself and anchoring yourself, taking care of yourself, acknowledging your own self will be much deeper connection that you'll be feeling building, and you'll feel strong about it. Yeah, exhaling forcefully with your mouth, tongue out. um the lion's breath, I haven't come across as a name of it, but I remember with the tongue out you do a breathing. Yeah, all right, okay. Fire also to burn the situation. Yes, that's how I do imagine sometimes, Elena. As if there is even a phone conversation or a chat conversations, because that conversation is an energy field rather than the person I'm burning. It's just that cord being connected. I try to blow out dragon's breath into that cord that has been connected, and dismantle it, like it becomes a vapor. And with your imaginary mind you can do anything. And then sometimes I do as like it burns, becomes into the vapors, or it burns and then it turns into sparkles or a confetti, and it just like as it turns around into a blessings. So that is something that you can play around to have more playful things, yeah, to be thinking about. And again, the inner child is the best thing. The inner child never has any low energies unless they are sick. Have you ever noticed the children saying like, I don't feel good today? I don't remember my children saying that, or me even having those moments, unless now the children could be different with so much of gadgets they are being used, playing with the xboxes or something like that. But otherwise we didn't say those things. It's only now we are being using these words more or becoming more popular with it. So having fun, what does your inner child like? What does your inner child like to do today to shift that energy? It's when I ask that question, it could be randomly take a board game out and play, or right, it could be like take a crochet out and do some stitching, or just go for a walk, like now with the autumn leaves around, like we do pick up those autumn leaves and have fun and see what the leaves colors are and everything. And just that's it. Like in the spring it could be picking up the daisies, like the inner child is building that up. Fun zone for you. And fun is means different for each one of us, right? And do something that excites you. Fun for you. The last 2 days I have been feeling a bit low again, like low in energies, as like not in energies, but not feeling inspired to do anything. So I said, like, okay, how do I convert this low non-inspirational energy into something that I love to do? So over Saturday and Sunday I was spending time with my art, watercolor art, and I was loving it, like rather than feeling beating up myself, like I don't like it, I'm not happy about it, or all these crazy words that we use and makes it a more of a build up of an affirmations. I said, what would I love to do, like because there is nothing stopping me from doing it more than my mind. And my heart said, hey, let's have fun. And something, a new kind of a creative art has come out the last 2 days, which I haven't even expected. So that was such a beautiful inner inquiry that I was doing in. So again, pick something that really inspires you, triggers you to bring out the happiness. But also ask yourself, where is this energy, and where is that energy of discomfort sitting with your body? Is it in your legs? It is in your hands? Is it in your mind or heart? Where is it sitting? And what can I do about it? When you do that question, even you will get an answer. But either we do it or not, that's a second thing. But we all have got those answers to ourselves, right? And that's the most important thing to check on, like hey, now that I have answered, am I ready to do it or not? And that's a question that we all need to be thinking about, like what is stopping us from doing these things? Why are we not, when we know the answer, why are we not even doing it? Yeah, ballet class and dance, definitely. Tai Chi, yoga, ballet, dance form, music. These are all great things about shifting the energy. Wherever it's stagnant in our body, it's moving. And when the energy is moving, you'll feel good about it. I know here on Fridays, June B comes on and she's amazing about the dance, the music she plays on too. So having those inspirational teachers around us, or the portals like on your Spotify, having a music playlist on a low kind of a rainy days, so you can play them and uplift your mood. Nothing stops you from it, right? And for me, it is sometimes about when I'm low. This is a contract I made with my husband few years ago, is always take me for a drive. Don't let me be sulking in saying like, oh, this is not great, this is not great. So now if I ever say that, he would say, hey, let's go for a drive. Of course, I don't listen to him the first time, but he'll make sure that I'm out of the house, go for a drive. Especially around this time of the year is where I feel that energy shift feeling in, like in December I'll feel good hibernating and getting into, but this shift of October, November is where I feel for a week or so is like I need an extra effort. So I have noticed that trend or a graph in my own life. So check out, like if these are something that resonates with you. Have a contract with someone, your family member or your friend, or someone who can take you for a hike or a drive and get you out. Maybe go just for a coffee by yourself, like having that help from external is so important as well. And you will only know the strength as you're caring for yourself. There is always someone who is going to help and shift you as well. So think about who is around me, who will be there when I ask, like, hey, let's go out, and hold on to that person. And it's so good, right? And journal is another thing. You either talk, it works first, but for some people it's journaling works. In the evening you can say, hey, today is like my not great day, I didn't like anything, I didn't do my productive work, like and I was not happy about myself, I was disappointed about myself. Everything, write it down, scrape it off, like or strike it off, like scribble it off. But release it out. That's how you felt right today. That's okay, because we are a humans, and humans have this heartbeat of up and down. If it can do that, it can do with our energies as well. And when in the low of energy, this is how you felt, but doesn't again define you that it's going to be the same that tomorrow as well. But right now you acknowledged it, now you can release it out. Remember, you can release it out, and that's what you're going to do. So here you go, say it out, release, and bring in a new fresh energies. Fresh energies, how do you do? I use some crystals as my portals as well. Like, you can hold any crystal that you have or you don't have. You can imagine as well having a crystal. So hold a crystal and do your belly breaths or connect into the crystal. Feel the energy through your palms. There will be a shift, like tingle sensations, heat or cold, flowing in from the crystal into your body, and that itself is a recharge for you. So having those crystalline energies running through you will shift the dark spots into lighter spots. And I love visualizing, being playful with the sun energies. If you go onto social media, my favorite one is Instagram right now. So I would be putting on say hashtag sunshine or a beach, and I'll be going through the images of those that are going to be uplifting. You don't need to go into social media if you don't need to. You can just even type up on internet search, and you will get these images, or from your old past pictures as well, that are going to give you a happy memories. Remember, happy memories, not something that that you were upset about, or that you feel like, I wish I was there, I didn't go there. Like, no, don't, let's not add more complexity to what we are already feeling. So in that way, you can visualize yourself being there just for a few moments, and I feel the shift of the energies. Like, as sun is falling on me, I can literally visualize that intensity of the energy, and the water touching my soles of the feet and washing away, and you just recharge yourself. Again, that's a great one. I always have a stones around, like, it's over a little far, but I do have these rocks from the sea that I hold up, that again gives me a memory of a beautiful beach, and again earths me down, like, feeling back into my body presence. That's great. Just the thought of being with my inner child makes me smile. That's great, Maggie. Yes, I do this blowing the bubbles as well. I love doing the blowing the bubbles, as like the inner child is so happy. What I do is you hold the bubbles, and as you're blowing, you're saying like, oh, this is for my crankiness, blow it out, and this is for my untidiness today, blow it out, and just feel that shifting out, and you're releasing it out. And what happens to the bubble? It goes into the air, dismantles, and it's out of your system, but you had some playful time with yourself, and when you come back to yourself, you are refreshed, recharged as well. So which is great, like, and the best thing again to add on to beautiful energy is, if you guys are into Reiki or any energy technique, or even having the positive attitude for a moment, hold your tea or your glass of water that you're going to drink, and say, I'm blessing this water with a high vibe energy. I'm blessing this tea with a good positive energy. And just feel that energy, hold the cup, feel the cup, and then drink. I can guarantee you, you will feel good afterwards. And sometimes I do Reiki as well to my tea, water, whatever I'm consuming, so it gives me a freshness of energy. Or I do visualize a golden light over my food, or a white light over the food, including water again, and it just shifts the energy that you are consuming as well, and flushes out anything of a low vibe. And when I say flush out, like, I do imagine this as like, there are some potholes on the road, and you are just draining some water, and the potholes get filled up with the water, right? And that exactly is what you're doing. Like, there are energy, lack of energy in your body somewhere, and you're shifting, you're sending in this high vibe, and it's filling you up, and you'll feel a force of energy coming in. At least it makes you easier to get out of the bed and be around the family. Even not to have a conversation, sometimes it's too much. Be there, listening to them. That's it. Watching them from a different realm. Like, oh, let me just be there around them rather than being consumed by their conversations. It's still okay, right? And so you can do that even. Yes, real prana, life force energy. You pumping in life force energy, you get great out of it. I like the drink blessings idea. Yes, I tried when we were learning Reiki. Said like, oh, what will happen if I do Reiki energy to my glass of water, and the water was so tasty after just for less than a minute of Reiking. I said, I'm going to do this like anytime I don't feel like drinking plain water. It just shifts the taste as well. Right now, I'm drinking tea, dandelion tea. I don't like the taste. I know the good properties about it. So I did Reiki this morning before I was on to you guys. And now I can consume it. It's not too strong or bitter taste. Yeah. So again, the food flavor changes as well. And we can consume it with much ease. Journal works me a score. I also add a score out of it if 10, then aim to include activities to try maximize my score. I love that. That's great, Pete. So fun. And again, like affirmations, they work. Sometimes it could be too much burden, but definitely the first thing in the morning when you're just waking up, the affirmation is a beautiful time there. You just are setting your intentions and you're closing and sealing that whole beautiful vibe to be there around here. How are you guys feeling? And sometimes it's so good to give a chakra cleanse inside out to all the 7 chakras. That again shifts us because the chakras are like a spinning wheel and they would be getting clogged up, they would be getting tired, clumsy. So sometimes doing a chakra cleanse is good. There is track on my profile if you want to listen to it and see how you feel about it. I also do chakra healing here on live, so do watch out. I think there is one this week. They are great for shifting our energies. Again, like no experience of any healing is required. You just need to be there, allowing the thought of it. Yes, I'm being cleansed, and shifting my energies. That's it. And again, Reiki is I highly recommend to learn or get a Reiki distance healing or in person, and that will shift us again energies. Yeah, definitely sometimes the external part is so important to notice because sometimes these energies are just not only the current environment but also from our childhood, from the past. It's coming in, getting clogged up, just like our drains do get clogged up, our body does. It's a living body. We are breathing, so much is changing in and out, shifts and everything. So we just need to welcome and address it with care as well. That's the most important thing. And a lot of people do feel sometimes when they're not grounded or when they're not being heard as well. When we don't have our own soul tribe where we can talk with no filters, that is where we are again storing these discomforts of energy within ourselves. Yeah. So think about who is my people. Do I have even one good friend to speak to, good encounter? If not, that is what we need to put out to the universe. Hey, please send me a person who can understand me, who can truly understand, that I can connect from the soul level, where I don't need to justify what I'm saying, what I'm even trying to make a point here. So that will be a true blessings to have someone like that in our lives. Calm and recovering my serenity calmed with chakra healing. That's great, Elena. Yeah, definitely they do work as well. Music to the soul. Sometimes it's the lyrics, sometimes it could be the hip hop, sometimes it could be jazz, any kind of a music for you, your soul. Again, that helps as well to shift and set our intentions. Yeah. Salt baths, that's again one of the Loving things, I try to do part of the self-care, but also salt is a ingredient that soaks in all the negative energies from our auric field and also flushes out the toxins. Salt again is a good one to drain off anything that's not relevant for us. Soaking in for 15 minutes in a salt bath, Himalayan salt, sea salt, or Epsom salts, which is good, like, that you can do it definitely. It's like a ritual you can do, like, once a week, like to feel refreshed energies. Having a salt bath is highly, I would put it out there. Making makes sense right now. Insight Timer is my only positive input. Yes, definitely. Like, I agree with you, Sydney. Like, Insight Timer has given so many people a soul connections, friends for a long time, or for a lifetime as well. You're meeting people that you wouldn't have met otherwise, and whom you're journeying together, which is interesting to be together here. Yeah. Um, Sacred altars. Sacred altars are my favorite ones go to raise my vibrations. Altars, when we say, it could be like religious ones, but also it could be anything that invokes you, brings you the happiness. Here right now in front of me there's an altar that I generally put it on Instagram if you want to check it out. Is Buddha, a candle, Palo Santo, some crystals, and some essential oils. And that itself is like my go-to things. Like, it's, you have your medicine bag or a first aid toolkit in your house. These altars are kind of that portals where you just go there, light a candles, just watch it, shifts in the energy. And you breathe in more clarity, less clutter in your mind as well. Again, like, yes, definitely clutter does bring low energies in our bodies. Do watch out. Is your house too cluttery or your mind too cluttery as well? So sometimes detoxing the mind and also cleansing some spaces in your house will bring you again a new energy. I know in Feng Shui, a friend of mine, she recommended, if you don't want to move the everything, cleanse the house, you can even do by 27 objects. You just need to move the position of them that they are, like, slightly. So again, that will shift you, change as well. So try that, having the sacred altars. Again, maybe you can have even oracle cards right in front of it, that inspires you, reading the message there. And you can either have in your bedroom, in your kitchen, in your meditation room, anywhere that you're going around. But having these beautiful portals is so important. How much salt do you recommend to put in a bathtub? Just a cup or 2 cups maximum of salt is good. Yeah. And baking soda as well is good. I know a lot of people do use baking soda to detoxify as well. Again, having some essential oils in the bathtub, like lavender I use, and coming up into the winter months it could be eucalyptus or tea tree oil or Franklin's, anything that you love the smell about, which is good to use. Yeah. And let me know what you guys do to shift the energies, what has been working in. Excellent. Thank you so much. Working towards becoming a this. That's great, Devi. I love that. Yeah. Yeah, we do carry in so much that we don't need. It's only a mind possession that we want to feel, we want everything, then it becomes into much more clutter, and that again is like a vicious circle. Why did I get it? I don't need it actually. And rather than holding up, it's a great way to release it to the thrift stores or for people who actually need it, passing it on. It's something has done the purpose, and give it back. So some of these are very much external things, but there is a lot about, like, when we hold on to the energies, it's also about like emotions. That's a big part of it. So think about what kind of emotions are you holding up, and why are you feeling discomfort, uneasy, low vibe? Is it like has someone triggered any emotions to you, or a forgiveness to be done to someone, or maybe being in touch with someone that you're not ready to be in. So these are some of the things that we can think about: journal, write, express, and release, process them. That's the most important thing. Like, there is a cycle of transformation that we need to be doing on to these thoughts, rather than holding it, pushing it down, suppressing them, and making it to be a scream or a discomfort in the body. We can shift them. So think about, like, where is this energy coming from that I'm feeling so awkward about? Is it a new project that I'm doing? Why am I feeling awkward about the new project? Like, oh, because it's to do with someone that I haven't worked before. But why am I not comfortable with working with someone new before? Because I'm an introvert. Like, I'm just saying as an examples. So where is that introvert coming in? Why am I not comfortable? Is my topic not good? Am I not ready for it? Like, does it really need to define who I am to be able to delivering my work? Like, again, talk through, talking out, even with yourself. Even someone thinks you're mad, but you're processing and you're shifting. As you're talking through, you're getting new ideas, and that makes you think, is that my limiting belief? Is that even my thought? And getting out of your system. The most important thing is to get out of the system that you have been feeling trapped in. Never ever feel trapped in by the thoughts and your limiting beliefs, because these are not even true. These are not even true of where they are coming from. Just someone would have randomly kept a word to us, or they didn't even, we would have presumed it that they have said it. Like, and this change has come into our life since the age of like 8 or something, that we have been self-doubting and questioning ourselves and saying we're not good enough. But hey, how many people actually are good enough? And what does it mean to be perfect or to be good enough? Question back that idea. And why do we consider we are not? And when you do that, you'll notice that there is only very little things that you need to be working on. You need to be super proud about who you are. When you're super proud about who you are, you're going to be in a good mood. Like, that you feel every obstacle is your positive change, and you can cross it with much ease as well. So definitely spin it around and take it as much more closer to your heart and see as your uplifting part of your life. Anger is often linked to my wanting to control an outcome for another. Yes, especially someone saying, yeah, anything triggering that we are not in comfortable with, that's where we get into the discomfort of anger. And also, anger is the other part of you not being heard. Again, that's an interesting perspective. Like, when we are not being heard, when we are not being listened to, like, that outcome, you said someone not to do something, they still did it, you haven't been heard about, or your opinions and everything is storing us that discomfort energy. It's like a coal that's burning within us but no one else. And it's important, why am I even thinking about that outcome? What is it to do with me and the outcome? And this is where we need to be questioning back. And what if I release that? What is the lesson for me here? Will the person learn by themselves, or do I really need to babysit someone and teach them this? Or do I need to really make space for myself? Like, especially if someone has OCD, you will understand this. Like, I used to have OCD. It's like about controlling everything, how everything has to be in the room and place and how they have to handle it. But then when I released it, so much space I have now in my head. And even in the way I process things, like, if something is on the edge and it's going to fall and break, that used to trigger me before even it would ever even happen. But now, it falls. Is everything safe there? Let's just say, if they listen to it, or I can change, I'll change it. That's a step back and let whatever is going to happen. And that's such a freedom, I realized. Like, but at the time it doesn't help us. Someone saying, hey, you don't be OCD, or you don't let it trigger you. It does trigger us, yeah. But one thing is, mindfulness definitely helped me to let go of things that are not in my control, and understanding, what am I not in control at all, like, of anything. And we are only part of the whole process to learn more about ourselves. It's not about others at all. Let them be. Yeah, that is how I feel about my husband. No longer understands me now that I have been on my path. I hold a lot of space for that. Absolutely, like, and send them love and light. When it's their time to be into the awakening, they'll come back to us. That's it. Into the path that they can understand us. Let them be in their own unconsciousness. I mean, just like we have been for so long, sleeping, not thinking about it, not being awakened. Yeah, everyone has their own journey, and once they are on their journey, speed of process happens. And you'll notice, I'm sure you notice some friends from your childhood where you didn't get along. Now you're on a spiritual path, both of you. There is so much in common, right? And their journey has been taking some turns, and so has your journey, and you have so much common things. Yeah. It's hard to do, definitely. Have you ever noticed that? Put the socks away, put the shoes into the shoe rack. The simple things, how they can trigger, or the worst, even the children or the husbands or partners, anyone, is the wet towel on the bed. Like, right? These trigger us so much. I changed it myself because I used to watch my mom doing it, and the same I thought what she did was right, and so I was copying her. And then Byron Kate, I don't know if you guys heard about her, Byron Kate. The work is what she calls it, and when I heard to her some of the audio tapes back the days, it changed me. Oh my god, why am I even thinking the kids have to pick up the socks? Like, me trying to tell them 100 times, they're still not doing. I'm having so much of a space there for them, and rather than having any other communications or any other conversations with them, rather than if I pick it up and keep it back, like, done with it, like, I can just have that so much of space back myself. So do listen to her, some of the talks or her books, read them. You would love it. Yeah, you would love Byron Kate. I think she's on an Insight Timer here, but I haven't listened to the tracks here on Insight Timer that she has. So if you guys are following this, you're loving these tips or the tools, do give me a follow. You can do it on my circle picture there, and you can check my bio. I do 1-to-1 Akashic Records Reiki healing, and by following means you'll get a notification of when the tracks are up there, and when the live events do come in as well, you can click on attend. I have few lives this week about the healings, and definitely I think chakra healing as well, and the full moon coming up on Friday. So do, and if something is resonating with you, you would like to make an energy exchange, you can make a donation as well. I would highly appreciate, as this helps us for a living, for me and the Insight Timer, for giving us this beautiful family and a community space. Family therapy, yes, sometimes therapies do work, but also sometimes it's about us, that we need to be working on ourselves. Yeah. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Elena. Right, and I'll just check at the notes. And also, loving ourselves is the most important thing. Have we loved ourselves enough that we can be in every shade of ourself? Because sometimes when we don't love ourselves, we find faults with everyone else around us. Um, and that is the most important thing that you need to be thinking about. And conditioning, where is it coming from? Like, I used to definitely not love myself, and I was very far from even saying I love myself until I did the mirror work, read Louise Hay books, You Can Heal Your Body, and all those positive things. I didn't even know that we can do it. And I was rejecting people around me because I was trying to do a mirror reflection of, like, how can I love them as I don't even love myself? whatever the conversation was always triggering up so badly. But when I did the journey, the same people, I could have a better conversations because I can understand their compassion, their empathy from a totally different realm. And that is again a shift about, like, are we loving ourselves enough in all the things? Like, everyone is made of the same emotions. Like, everyone is made of the same emotions. So if you have watched that Inside Out movie, it's brilliant. Do check that out. I think it's by Pixar or Disney. It's a loving emotions thing about like anger, fear, laugh, smile, and all that. It's about how we are using some of the emotions more actively, some of the emotions that we are not using actively, and how we can make a change. That's the most important thing. Like, but saying, hey, I'm made of all this, this is me. And again, I don't need to come across to everyone in the same way. Say for example, you guys and me are in a same sink, but down the street another person might see you on a different shade of me, depending on the situation, right? Like, maybe they wouldn't have they would have parked their car very badly that I can't maneuver properly. So I might have a bad energy or a bad vibe relation there as a result of it. Doesn't mean, it doesn't define that I'm that whole part of it, even though they think that's me. But are we really giving our energy away to someone else? Think about it. Like, it's the same in each situation. So bring every part of you and see that particular scenario doesn't define me. Everything else is there that they haven't noticed. If I would have a cup of coffee with them, they might know me better, or will have a better relationship, because I can even understand why the person is parking so awkwardly on the road, right? It didn't happen, I'm just giving you an example. But like, it's just because we didn't have mutual connections or mutual time together to go, and we jump into conclusions because the society has made us to jump to conclusions, disconnect, and not to put an effort into relationships, get to know ourselves even. So this is again, like, we need to be more loving, more patient, and saying like, hi guys, you haven't seen my other shades, you haven't seen my other part of me that you don't know. Maybe we need to hang out more, maybe we need to learn about ourselves. When you have a good relation with someone, you don't want to break it. If we can make and move with it, right? Listen to your intuition. Do you feel that energy for someone? Give an effort, you will be so happy you did it. Because I do know some of my friends that I didn't get along, so as them we get along so beautiful after a couple of years, because we have had journeys, we understood life from a different, now we have a respect, mutual respect and understanding for each other. So here is the things, like, always love yourself as a whole, not only a part of you. Say for example, you were grown up saying that you're good at taking care of everyone else, like, so you're only loving that part of you because it was always highlighted for you. And there could be other parts that you're not tidy, that you always literally hate or dislike about you. No, even that part is who you are. You need to be like, there is things that you don't like, that's okay, but it doesn't mean that you're an untidy person for everything, right? So don't let these beliefs or the condition statements define you and hold you back, because those are some of the things that hold us into lowering our vibe, and we forget what the objective of us, into the bigger mission of why we are here. Even that's the most important thing. Hey, it's not about like literally fighting and being disagreements or discomforts and everything. We have a mission here on earth, right? To be of a service, to be helping each other, to be part of a network, to be part of a connected matrix. And we need to understand, what is my role here? To serve or to be served, to help or to be receiving help, like, and that is the greatest gift. Like, if you're building a huge machine, every part is so equally important, every mechanic is equally important, and that is, we need to see as a gift. Yes, I have this unique gift, I'm equally important, I need to be doing something amazing work here. And so as, like, raising our consciousness, raising our vibrations, make us to live up to that part of who we are. I hope that making sense. I mean, like Louis Hay used to say, we are worthy of our own love, even though we are not perfect. Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. And think about, if we don't love ourselves, who else can we love? Like, totally. And when we love ourselves, you don't feel a lack. That are the people there? Are the people loving you or not? Because you have built your foundation strongly. What if people are constantly bringing us down? Think about it, Antoinette. Are we really needing those people who are bringing us down? Are we really needing? Can we release them, give some space for ourselves, and invite new people who are raising us? And that's so important. And also, before we disconnect from these people, ask yourself, are they teaching me something? Because sometimes, the people who are bringing us down, thanks to them, because of them, something else has triggered in our life, that we are getting our gifts in our life, right? And that is the most important thing. Like, if someone is giving you a critic, I'm trying to thrive and learn better to prove myself that no, I'm better than what the critic statement has come up. But then I realize after 10 years or 5 years even, saying, because of that only I could know more about myself, and thanks to those people who have shown me my gifts. So it's very good relation to know as well why they have been in our lives. And now, thanking them from our soul, from our heart, and saying, yay, thank you for being there. And that is how the soul contracts work between each of us. Like, I'm here to trigger you, you're here to trigger something else for me or someone else, like, and only then we can learn our lessons. Yeah. And so important. Also, to repeat Om mentally helps with aggressive people. I forgot it yesterday. Yes, and drinking water helps when that conversations are happening as well, Elena. Great movie. Just followed you. I've only heard 10 minutes, but you're great. I really need to shift my energy. Cold too, feeling down. Alexis. Definitely maybe a steamer and Palo Santo and a little bit of a rest with a hot cup of tea from time to time will help you fight that cold. And cold is a good way telling we are tired, we need to take care of ourselves and put our feet up, snuggle up. That's it. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Destiny, for your donation. Much appreciated. Very toxic, maybe karma to prove our patience. Yeah, toxic, definitely it's not worth to be there, but also disconnecting from it. And karmic thing is that soul contract. Like, each one is coming in to teach us a lesson, but doesn't mean that we need to be draining ourselves to learn that lesson. Yeah, we can disconnect and still learn the lesson. Someone has made a critic statement, I don't need to be friends with them, but I can say thank you for your suggestion, I'm going to work on it, and I can disconnect from them energetically is the most important thing. And I can work on themselves. And ask yourself, is that a good criticism, is that a constructive one, and is there something that I need to learn and improve myself, and that's where we'll be shifting up and raising our vibrations. Raising our vibrations always feel like a kite being grounded with a thread, and yet it can fly. It's not carrying heavy load of energies. Your shoulders will feel lighter, your soul will feel more dancey state, and you'll be joyful inside out. And that is what the raising your vibration literally is meaning for. Yeah. So how are you guys feeling right now? Are you feeling much shift in your own energies? And what are your favorite ones? Do let me know. Is there something that you're going to practice more? Any questions? Pranati, thank you, Lina. Really, dandelion, I don't know if anyone drinks dandelion tea. I don't like it. I had to shift that energies, yeah, to actually like it. And dragon breath. That's great. They're easy and doable, right? And literally, you don't need any other tools and everything as well. It's like, it's a part of us, who we are. That's all. Raising our vibrations for people is the nature, the garden, the flowers as well. I love flowers, watching the flowers inside the house, outside the house, growing them helps me to shift my own vibrations. And if you notice that, no matter who is watching them, they always light up, right? And that is exactly our soul's meant to be when we are of a total purposeful, like, like 120, 130 people of you watching here. Not everyone needs to like everyone as well, and so as I don't need to like everyone, and that makes the equation so easy. But when we connect from the soul level, the chakra above your crown center, we see the gifts in each and every one and say, thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being here. You're so beautiful. Genuinely, that is where we don't see from the earthy contracts of who is what and all that. Like, oh, you haven't been there for me, so I'm not going to be. No, all this negative things is only coming from this 3D kind of an aspect of things. I add cinnamon and honey to dandelion tea. Tastes better. I'll check that. Find the beauty in everything, everyone, really on a deeper level. Absolutely, Charlie. And that shifts our vibrations because you are seeing everything to be as a gift in our lives. Yeah. You're so inspiring. Thank you for sharing all these suggestions. This is what I need to be here. This is my first time here. Oh, thank you, Beth, for being here with us. I'm so grateful to have you here. This is great to connect. Definitely, like, the last couple of days, I just love how these Insighttimer, we plan the lives, and it's so needed to talk about it as well. Like, but like looking back over my weekend schedule, I didn't do what I'm supposed to do. But again, I was so happy having some soul time with myself. That's it. Like, not thinking, not being sad, not being low vibe, just being plain and engaging with something that inspires my soul. That's it. Mixed dandelion with turmeric. Yeah, never tried that. We'll try that, Alina. You helped me so much today. Thank you, Maggie, for being there. Glad it is of good use to you guys. Yeah, thank you, guys. And yeah, we are over time, so I'm going to wrap up. If you have any questions, do let me know. If not, you can come over to the circle we have, Experience Healing with Srimanju, and you can put up a question or your experience or something that you're trying and you would like to share. Most welcome to. Love to hear how you guys are getting on. And definitely for those winter blues, the Monday blues, let's shake them off. Bring in your energy. That's it. And good way to shake off energies is just smudging away, like, shaking off any energies from your shoulders, from your chest. Gently dry brushing is great, but even like you don't need to go and get your brush or anything or buy right now. Even by your hands, you can just shake it off, like, and that clears up any heavy energies that we are being sitting with. Violet flame is a good one again to do a meditation on, or imagining you're wrapped around a violet flame again holds away, takes away, transforms any energies that are of a low. And again, shifting the energies can be moved, they can be shifted anytime. It's just your thought is so important. Yeah, thank you guys so much for being here and participating. Lovely to connect with you all, and love to see you tomorrow. I'm just going to check what time tomorrow. I know we do have, yeah, actually tomorrow is the chakra healing with colors at 4 o'clock PST time. So if you're around, please do come in and you'll be getting through the meditation and some healing as well. So perfect, right? To receive that healing that I was talking about, and love to see you there. Thank you for being here, Dee. Thank you, Monica. You are beautiful too. And good luck with your gardening, the herb gardening. Yeah, definitely. This didn't go live on the YouTube, but I'll be uploading it shortly. Thank you guys. Lovely to connect, and enjoy your day. Make your intentions and start by today. journal gratitude, intentions, and affirmations. Yeah, the first thing in the morning, and ground yourself. So good luck with all the changes that are coming in. Shake off that energies that are not yours. Lots of love. Namaste. Thank you, Alex. Thank you. But YouTube channel, it's Srimanju Katragadda. If you go onto my profile, you'll find the link to my YouTube. It's much easier that way, but it's my full name. Yeah. Lots of love, guys. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu.